how are you doing?
Great. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh, it is a pleasure. We got to screen the movie early and it was fantastic. It's
Thank
su
you.
such a fun movie. Um, what was kind of your first reaction when you read the script, especially like how your character suggests the seance? Were you like, wow, this guy's really brave, or this guy's making a huge mistake?
Yeah, well, definitely a huge mistake, but I definitely related to his desire to be great. I think Jasper, he's a low-level production assistant and he really just wants to make real art. He wants to make a real movie or documentary. So I definitely related to that in the sense of just wanting to be successful and make something out of myself. So I related a lot to Jasper.
Yeah, kind of his ambition to prove himself.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Um, So, Jasper kind of suggests the seance to make it feel more authentic, which, ultimately releases the chaos of the movie. Um, would you ever do a seance in real life if someone suggested it?
After this experience, definitely not. I've learned that nothing good can come from a seance, so I'm steering clear.
It's probably the best choice. Do you believe in the supernatural?
I definitely think there's something. I can feel it.
I do,
I don't know what it is exactly, but there's definitely something.
for sure. Um, so you got to share the screen with like horror icons Bill Moseley and Lynn Shay. I mean, what was that experience like for you?
I mean, it was intimidating for sure. I mean, there's such icons, and but I feel like it elevated me. It's like you want to be the best, you got to work with the best, you got to act with the best. So
Definitely.
it
Yeah,
definitely just made me want to be better. So it was so much fun. It was a privilege, and I feel like I learned so much from them. So I felt blessed to be able to work with them.
that's incredible. Do you have any like just really fun memories from set?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Bill is such an intelligent guy. So he was talking to me about how he got the role of Chop Top. So I felt like I had a front row seat to, all these incredible stories. So yeah, that was a really memorable moment when he was kind of telling me the lead up to that. So that for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah,
That's an unforgettable moment for sure.
yeah.
Um, what kind of led you in because horror is a little different than anything you've done before, isn't it?
Yeah, no, this is my first experience with horror. Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I mean, it was great. I mean, yeah, what I love about horror is that it feels like it's a combination of different genres. It's spooky and terrifying, but it also has so much heart. There's laughter, there's grief, joy, happiness. So it just feels like it has everything that you want. So
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
yeah. When we talked to Paul, we got to talk to him, and he talked about how like initially it wasn't really a comedy, how it kind of adapted once everyone was involved. I think it helps kind of break up those more intense moments. How do you kind of decompress after filming the really intense and emotional, like scary moments?
You definitely got to put on a silly, fun movie. Silly, fun, happy. Put on a fun cartoon or whatever. I think just good energy stuff. That can just make you laugh. That's what I did.
Definitely. I mean, I think people do that anyway. They watch a scary movie and then they're like, "Let's watch something funny now."
Yeah, let's do SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
That's my go-to for
yeah.
funny. Um, you did work on shows like How I Met Your Mother and things, or Father, How I Met Your
Yep.
Father. Let's not get that one wrong. Did that kind of help you in the comedy aspect for this?
Definitely, yeah. The thing with comedy, it's almost the saying is like you don't want to play funny. You want to be as true and authentic to what's going on. So I feel like if you are true to the material, you can't go wrong. I mean, that's what's going to make it funny. Just you're I'm being authentic and true, and I think that's what's funny. I feel like if you try to be funny, it
You
can
try
go
too
it
hard,
can
it
go
seems like
bad.
you're trying too hard.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to be funny, and then it's not funny. They're laughing probably at you. So,
What would you say was probably your most challenging scene to film as an actor?
uh, let's see. How do I answer this without spoiling? I mean, there's definitely a scene basically where I stumble upon something that's absolutely terrifying. So I had to go from, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? To absolutely horrified and out of breath and just absolutely terrified and in shock. So I think going from like A to Z so quickly was probably the most challenging thing for me to do.
Yeah. Did you find that having people who had kind of been in that world before helped you to balance that? Because horror can be overdone so easily, just like comedy. So where how did you help find that balance?
Yeah, I think I was just, I was just worried about the material and thinking, how can I stay true to this moment? I tried not to think of how am I going to make this funny or how am I going to do this. I just really was saying, how can I be true to exactly what's happening in this scene? And then just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. No, that I mean that's a good way to do it because you put yourself there and you're like, how can I make this as authentic as I can? And this film feels that way. Like, um, like I've said to a few others that we've got to talk to, like everything in it just feels like you're really watching like the behind the scenes of them trying to make this movie, and it's all actually happening, and
Mhm.
that reads so good, um, for like how well this movie was written and how well it was acted. Um, Looking back on your career, do you think there's a role that you've played or a project you've worked on that's helped you the most as an actor?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll take Scared to Death. I mean, I was a big part of this movie, and I feel like it really equipped me with feeling, more confident. Because, yeah, I definitely was, there's that like imposter syndrome kind of questioning yourself. Oh, can I do this? Can I live up to it? Do I belong here? Did they make a mistake? So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Um, so if you had to survive in a real life horror movie scenario, what would be your strategy?
I'm running. I'm running away. I'm not, it's like avoiding the situation altogether. It's like haunted house, seance. Like, how about no? How about we just don't do it? Let's just pretend that it's gonna happen. So, yeah,
Let's
like,
make up a
just,
story. Let's say what happened and
yeah,
just not do this.
act like it happened. Acting. That's what I would
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
It's a good strategical move for
Yeah.
sure. Um, is there a type of role or genre that you kind of haven't got to do yet that you would love to explore next?
Oh man. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've fallen in love with horror. I mean, I definitely want to explore more horror. I think it's just there's the opportunities are endless, the stories. I definitely want to explore that more for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun genre, and there's so much you can do with it and kind of almost morph reality that there's endless possibilities with horror, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So what originally inspired you to get into acting?
Yeah, I just feel like I was 18 and I feel like I was searching for this outlet. I feel like I had a lot of like unresolved emotions inside of me, and I feel like acting was kind of an outlet for me to express that. So it's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of get to you use all the emotions, you get to play pretend you're a new character each thing you do, and it
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
helps you just get out everything.
Yeah, it's easier to do it there. So yeah,
For
that's kind of
sure.
how I got into it.
Um, did you have any like role models growing up that were in the film industry or films that made you think, you know what? Yeah, that's what I want to do.
I mean, the film that I've been kind of using as a reference a lot is Blowout by Brian De Palma. That was a film that I took heavy inspiration from for Jasper. So definitely that was a big film for me. And then there was another one. It's called Lust for Life. It's an older film. That was definitely one that just kind of showed me the life of an artist. So that definitely inspired me a lot as a youngin. Yeah.
Nice. Love it. Well, it looks like I have time for one more question. So I'm going to go with my favorite one I've asked everyone from the film so far. And it is if you could describe Scared to Death in just 3 words, which 3 words would you pick?
I almost want to say scared to death. is what it's gonna be. You're gonna be
That's great.
scared to
No
death.
one's thought to do
Yeah,
that yet.
scared to
No,
death. Friday, March
I
13th.
loved it. Yes, everybody go check out Oliver and Scared to Death. Comes out Friday, March 13th. And again, no better day for it to come out than Friday the 13th. Thank you so
AMC.
much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.